Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video on how to use ColourPop eyeshadows. I've gotten a few requests and questions on my past ColourPop videos on how I use them and what's the easiest way to apply them and stuff like that. So I thought I would show you guys my way and how I use it on a daily basis and stuff like that in kind of a how-to tutorial. So if that's something you want to know more about, then keep on watching. So one of the ways I love to wear ColourPop eyeshadows, and it's the most simplest and easiest, quickest way to wear them, is literally taking your choice of color. And for me, I love doing this with Tea Party or Cricut. These are really pretty like neutral colors, but they're so pretty on their own. Tea Party is kind of like a peachy pink champagne color, and Cricut is kind of like a plummy brown with gold sparkles. They're both beautiful, so I will literally take the color, take my finger, apply it to my lid, and if I have to, I will take a blending brush, just blend out the edges so I don't have any harsh lines, apply mascara, and I'm literally out the door. And I would get so many compliments with it. People will be like, oh my god, it's so pretty, what's on your lids, blah blah blah, and I'm like, and for any reason you don't want to use your fingers, you can use a eyeshadow brush. And the eyeshadow brushes that I like using are typically brushes that are dense, short and dense. I don't want to use a fluffy brush for packing on product because you kind of want to mimic your finger. Your finger picks up a lot of product because you're putting so much pressure and it's just picking up product. It's a mass. So you want your brush to be dense too, so when you put it in the product, it's not flipping and, you know, going everywhere and the bristles going wee. You just all want it to go in one spot, and you can just kind of like go like that and pick up product and pack it on. So the denser the brush, the better. So this specific one is, what is this? This is from Crown Brushes. It is a C476 crease shadow brush. So it has two edges. And one is like a dense eyeshadow brush and the other one is kind of like a dense like pencil shader brush thingy. So that's another good way to use the eyeshadows, is applying it underneath your lash line. You can take any bright color, kind of just go underneath the lash line for a pop. This is a great kind of brush for that too, because it's really small and it will get in there, and it's really dense too. If you use a fluffy brush, I would recommend a fluffy brush that is fluffy but also dense as well. Their difference is this, for instance, is a really fluffy brush, so this would literally get everywhere. This is too big. This is too much. This one is from Morphe. It's an MB13 brush. This is my favorite blending brush ever. It is the perfect kind of shape, the perfect density, and it just picks up product so well. So I just literally take this, and this is perfect for applying it to your crease. It's not patchy or anything like that. You just kind of have to, you know, practice and experiment with your brushes and your techniques. Once you get it, and you're like done, professional. So yeah, those are some ways of wearing these shadows. And the way I'm going to wear it today is I'm going to show you kind of like a few techniques all in one look. So yeah, let's just get started. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is obviously prime my lids. I don't prime my eyelids all the time. Sometimes I just take my concealer from doing my makeup and just apply that to my lid. But for today I will prime, and I will be using my Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, and I'm just going to put this all over my lids. La 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 la. So the first thing I'm going to want to do after I've primed my lids is apply my transition crease color, and I'm going to be using the color Bandit, which is one of my most favorite colors. It's a pretty burnt orangey brown color, and this is perfect for that crease or kind of warming up any look. And I'm going to be using my Morphe MB, what is this, 13 brush. So this is what it looks like. It is one of my favorite blending brushes, especially for these shadows. So I'm going to take a little bit of the product on my brush. I'm just going to swirl it around, tap it off, and I'm going to focus that in my crease, but I'm going to kind of diffuse it. I'm not going to do a harsh edge. So we are just going to start applying that to our crease. So once I have blended Bandit all over my lids, I'm going to darken up this crease by taking Fairfax, which is a really pretty matte, cool kind of chocolate color. And I'm going to be using the same blending brush. And with the same technique, I'm just going to swirl a little bit in here, tap it out, and I'm going to start applying that to my crease. So once I've applied Fairfax to my crease, you can decide from here if you want to warm it up, make it darker. You can add Roulette, which is a matte black, to the crease. You can do anything you'd like, but I'm gonna kind of keep it a little bit more neutral and more wearable. Normally I do a all matte with a hint of sparkle in the inner corner of my eye on a daily basis. But for you guys, I'm going to put some sparkle on my lid just to show you guys how I'm going to apply it to my lids. So yeah. So I'm going to be taking the color Tea Party, which is a really pretty peachy pink champagne color. And it is definitely really sparkly and very pretty. But I'm going to take a Morphe M417 brush, which is a really dense eyeshadow brush. And we're going to pack this color on our lids. So once I've applied Tea Party to my lids, I'm going to kind of apply Fairfax one more time in my crease just to kind of give a nice transition between the two colors. So normally I would take Fairfax or Bandit and go on the bottom of my lash line, but just to show you how you can play with color and work with the more bold colors, I'm going to be taking the color Ibiza, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous bright blue color, and I'm going to be using this brush from Velvet Butte, and it's just kind of like a tapered blending brush, and I'm going to take some of Ibiza, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the bottom of my lash line. The same Velvet Butte tapered brush that we used for the blue, I'm just going to take the color Tassel, which is just a pure white color, but it is very sparkly and this is kind of iridescent when applied. This is one of my favorite colors to wear on the inner corner of my eyes, so I'm just going to apply that there. So you can stop here, you can apply your mascara or do whatever, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of like a smoky wing. Nothing too crazy, just a little subtle wing. I'm going to be using my Stila waterproof liquid eyeliner and I'm just going to create a thin wing. So once I've applied my wing, I'm going to take the color Roulette, which is a black matte color, and I'm going to be taking a kind of a tapered pencil dense blending brush. This one is from Crown Brush. It's like a double-sided brush, but just anything small and tapered is going to do the work. I'm just going to take a little bit of the black, and I'm going to kind of go a little over the eyeliner, kind of smoking it out just a little bit. So once I've smoked out my liner, I'm just going to apply black eyeliner to my waterline. And this is just Urban Decay's Black Velvet Liner. And if you want to just finish up the look, you don't have to. You can apply some lashes. I'm going to apply these from Red Cherry in the number 213. So to kind of finish off this look, I'm going to apply blush, and this is also from ColourPop and it's in the color Trickery. And I'm going to be taking this Bdellium Tools 942 blush brush. So for my lips, I'm going to apply Skimpy Lip Pencil and the Lippie Stick in the color Cookie. Together they make a beautiful, beautiful nude lip. And since we have kind of like a bright, smoky eye with lashes and everything, I want to keep it kind of simple on my lips. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips first. So this is the final look, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that it was helpful for you guys. There are many different ways and many different formulas to play around with, but I hope this gave you a new idea or technique to try, and if you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more pictures or information, you can always go to my blog, messyjessie.com. What else? Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!